As the sport of board sailing gathers hurricane proportions worldwide, it's the steady 10 to 25 knot breezes blowing June to September that's putting wind in the sails of beginners and experts, shopkeepers and real estate promoters in the town of Cabarete on the north coast of the Dominican Republic.
Couldn't have been better. I think it's the best slalom in the Caribbean.
As conditions goes, I think it's the best slalom we have had since La Torche 86.
I live in Hawaii. In Hawaii, we were considered to have the best sailing in the world. And here, to me, the last couple days, I've had more fun racing than I've had anywhere.
It's the last vestige, the last holdout where you can come without being over-commercialized. You have a fighting chance with $1.
We really like the people, and we like the business opportunities, we like the temperature.
Next year, Cabarete will be a very, very important contest in our World Tour.
4, 3, 2, 1.
In June, Cabarete played host to 10,000 spectators who came to see 57 of the world's best board sailors compete for prize money and cumulative points in the third Cabarete World Cup slalom event. The race is sanctioned by the Professional Board Sailors Association and sponsored by Heineken and a host of co-sponsors. After 30 races around the world each year, the PBA World Tour ends with a Grand Slam competition in Maui in October. Highlighted by 18 to 25 knot winds and 15-foot surf, the Cabarete slalom event saw Andres Bringdahl of Sweden win the men's category and the women's competition taken by West Germany's Judah Mueller. Cabarete, 14 miles east of the Puerto Plata airport on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, was the last of 4 races in the Caribbean after Curacao, Aruba, and Puerto Rico. According to those on the circuit, Cabarete is about the best.
Conditions are the best because we have waves, like normally in Curacao, Aruba, it's flat water, and Puerto Rico, it's cross racing and flat water too. So this is really the best slalom because everybody likes to go through the waves because it's exciting. You can fall really easily and the positions can change. So it's really a very good race.
Here yesterday we were measuring peak winds of 24, 25 knots. At one point yesterday it was blowing very hard, very good.
We have waves from 1 to 5 meters on the reef. That's pretty big.
And here you've got a tremendous venue. You've got restaurants, you've got bars. You can come in and have a cold drink and just step off your board. There's no place really that's close to this as far as just having the nice, situation here. For someone to come down here on a holiday for a sailing vacation, it's incredible. It's not like anywhere else you'd go. Everywhere else is higher pace. You're going to be paying a lot of money for a hotel, going to and from the beach, and maybe having hassle with rental. Here you can just show up, you can rent your equipment and walk straight out on the beach, and boom, you go out sailing. Come in, it's lunchtime, and you can just come right up on the beach and pick one of I don't know how many spots there are here. It's quite a location.
The people are really friendly. Everything is pretty cheap, like the food. Like if you compare it to the other Caribbean islands, it's just a great atmosphere.
Every day at 10 o'clock, morning man Bob Gordon finishes spinning the big band discs at WFTR Miami. By 11, he and wife Ginny are at their cabana on Key Biscayne, heading for the water with their sailboards. Recently, they discovered Cabarete. Whoever said you have to be under 30 to windsurf?
Well, my wife started windsurfing first, and to me, it's probably the greatest form of sport for any age group. I don't care if you're 25 or in your mid-50s, such as I am. When you're out there on the board, everyone is equal. You don't have to be an Olympic athlete to do it. You can be just the average guy who enjoys being out of doors, on the water, the average woman who enjoys being on the water. And you can learn to windsurf in a little bit of time. And if you're here in Cabarete, you can learn to windsurf in no time because you have plenty of wind. And I'm on the air from 6 to 10 in the morning. By 11 o'clock, I'm on Key Biscayne, and I'm on the water, and I'm gone. She started it and then taught me, and now I'm high on wind and hooked,
Cabarete is 4 hours by plane from New York, less than 2 hours from Miami, and the ride from Puerto Plata Airport takes less than half an hour. All services, supermarkets, hotels, windsurf schools, restaurants, and night spots are within walking distance of the beach. You can also visit the nearby towns of Sosua and Puerto Plata for dining and nightlife and casinos. During the day, you can go horseback riding, cave exploring, play tennis, or go golfing, all within a 10-minute drive.
You have excellent food. Prices are very reasonable. All of the accommodations we have found, even visiting the other hotels, we're at the windsurfing apartments and hotel, all of them that we have visited are perfect. Perfect
clean,
for
comfortable, breezy.
And when we found out there wasn't going to be air conditioning here, we had a few, we're spoiled, let's face it, we're from Miami.
Someone said, well, there's not much air conditioning in Cabarete. And when we got here, we were really surprised because of the tropical breezes. There's always a cool breeze blowing. It's really nice. And the food is excellent. Vegetables are fresh and ripe. Wish we had this kind of produce in the States.
Right.
And the water, you get bottled water, so there's been no problem whatsoever.
And for people who have never windsurfed, come to Cabarete.
In 1984, Cabarete was little more than a quiet weekend retreat for people from the cities of the interior, until a few Canadians discovered what they considered were the best wind conditions on the Atlantic seaboard. After years on the windsurfing circuit, Robert Etier chose to make Cabarete his home. Now, when he's not negotiating the winds on Cabarete Bay, he negotiates the shoreline that's attracting investors from all over the world.
Spring of 1985, French Canadian opened a school here with 10 boards. Now, 1990, we have 8 schools and over 300 boards for rent in the bay. All top equipment, all this year's top equipment. This is a big, big success. If you take apart from that, there was one restaurant on the beach. Now we have over, I would say, 15 restaurants within the town of Cabarete. There was not one single hotel. Now, if you take 3 kilometers before Cabarete, 3 kilometers after Cabarete, in that 6 kilometer span, we have close to 1,000 rooms. Just for an example, we are here in a project that is for Cabarete, and I think anywhere in the tropics, a first-class accommodation. 2-bedroom condos, fully furnished, totally well done, with a swimming pool, and this goes for $600 a week. We have across the street a place where you can have a room and breakfast for $13 a day.
Those who got in first saw land values triple in 3 years, he says, although that kind of gain has slowed down. However, with the Dominican Republic only 2 hours from mainland USA, and with the Caribbean becoming increasingly fashionable among Europeans, healthy capital gains are bound to continue.
In the American Virgin Island, beachfront, but I mean oceanfront, no beach, rock, coral reef, is at $250 per square meter. Here, sandy beach, we're at $120. It will probably go slowly. Here we say that appreciation in land takes minimum 25% per year.
The Dominican Republic welcomes foreign investment, says Etier, and setting up shop involves little more than registering a corporation and soliciting permits. As Cabarete grows, new opportunities sprout for all kinds of tourism-related businesses.
For an example, 2 years ago, there was somebody, I was talking with somebody, and he said, what can I do? I said, well, if you want to settle in Cabarete, you can buy a garbage truck and just start picking up garbage. And he did that. And he started with a little van, with a little open truck. Then the need was there. He bought a bigger truck. And the need was still there because hotel picking up. He went to Canada. He bought a regular garbage truck, and he operated his business out of that.
After living in Haiti, Colombia, and Costa Rica, Bob and Jana Amlingmeyer converted a Cabarete beach house to an art gallery, one of several that Jana operates, while Bob runs a private school for English-speaking children.
We've been overseas for 20 years, but we've chosen the Dominican Republic to settle in because we find the people very friendly. We find it easy to work in the community. It's a very good place to raise the children and have a family, which family is very important to us. So that was one of the reasons we chose here. And we were looking for a more calm, peaceful life to live.
As the development goes, well, I'm not going to give you all the tricks. You have to come here, check it out, and there's a lot of possibilities.
For more information about investing in a business or in real estate, call West Indies Real Estate at 809-571-2820.
Llevo a hacer aire para respirar, martimo, dolores en el cuerpo, dolores en el vientre, riñón, el estómago, usar la economía, diabetes, dañar bastante el hombre, la mujer y los niños, ¿cachai? Dolores para los riñones, intestino, el hígado caliente, vaginal, la sangre, fibra y paño, en pez de enfermedades, de cuanto para los aminos, de visiones vaginales, úlceras en pene y esema.